What's up, everybody? This is Zach with Nerdcade Plus. Today is February 22nd, 2018, and I'm joined with no other than
Allie.
Allie, how you been doing?
I'm tired.
Same here. I understand that 100%. If you don't know, Nerdcade Plus comes to you each and every Tuesday and Thursday around 7 o'clock. I'm not even going to lie. It's around 7 o'clock at this point in time.
Just life happens, and sometimes it's late.
Yeah, life happens, but life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
The show is here, and that's what matters. That's what matters. If you're watching on the live stream, we don't talk to the chat during the show because we want a nice polished podcast. So if you want to go over and talk to us, you need to go over to nerdcavenetwork.com/NCP. That again is nerdcavenetwork.com/NCP. Let us know what your questions are, your corrections, and any suggestions for any new segments that you would like to hear in the show. That's where you go. Our sponsor today is Grammarly.com, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. So, let's get into the news. There's a few things we're going to talk about tonight.
Okay.
I think you'll be excited about the first one.
Okay.
Death Stranding cast has been bolstered with Troy Bakery. Bakery, not Baker. Troy Bakery.
Yeah, Troy Bakery. I'd go to a Troy Bakery.
There's a bakery in Troy, Alabama. So there you go. Troy Baker and Emily O'Brien. It is announced in a rather casual way this time, but Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding has gained 2 new faces to its cast. The esteemed voice actor extraordinaire Troy Baker is joining Hideo's Mad Circus alongside English actor Emily O'Brien. This was revealed via O'Brien's own Instagram account with the picture below. Death Stranding's cast, Emily O'Brien is the most famous for a 5-year stint on the U.S. soap opera The Young and the Restless, yet she's no stranger to video games. O'Brien has also done voice work for a host of games, including Final Fantasy XIV, The Order 1886, and Dishonored Death of the Outsider. She is also set to appear in another PS4 exclusive in Days Gone, playing her character called Nicole. Troy Baker, of course, Last of Us.
Troy Baker's been in everything.
Batman.
Just get a list
Joker.
of video games, throw a dart at it. He was probably in it.
He played Dwight in BioShock Infinite. DeWitt.
Yeah,
Sorry,
DeWitt. I was like,
not Dwight.
Yeah. Yeah, DeWitt. Booker
Beats.
DeWitt.
Yeah, DeWitt. So, a lot of great places.
Booker.
I love that game.
So much fun.
I'm excited. That means they're joining, a Walking Dead guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Got the hair.
I'm sorry.
Straggling.
I'm in her IMDb.
Norman Reedus. That's who.
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
Norman Reedus. Yeah.
Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen, Guillermo del Toro, Kyle Card, Patrick Claude. There's a ton of awesome actors already in there. Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I'm so excited for this game to eventually come out. Whenever they
in
announced
about 10 years, we'll get
When
it.
did they start talking about it? 2 ago?
2 or 3 years ago.
Was it really that long ago?
It's 2 years ago, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's when...
Yeah, I was going to say 2 years seems right.
Yeah, but it'll be forever before it comes out because it's a Hideo project.
Yeah, because they announced it not too long after they announced that Silent Hills wasn't coming out.
Yeah. And then him leaving Kojima and all of that.
But you know what? He deserved better. I love it. Whenever it was he first left, there was the jokes where there were pictures of him doing stuff and with other game developers, and it was it's when
bad breakup.
Yeah, and a girl's posting oh look, I've moved on on Facebook or something like that. It was really funny.
Yeah, and this week Metal Gear Survive has come out. Not doing too well. Not doing too well in the old review department.
Oh no.
I know I watched Jim Sterling's impressions of it. He does impressions. We do impressions. But he said that it was utter garbage.
Right, yeah.
But he also has a segment that says F Konami News. So take it with a grain of salt there.
Sure,
but it looks like garbage. But I'm excited. Seeing Troy Baker in there.
Yeah, for real.
Emily O'Brien. Awesome. I haven't played any of the games that she's been in, but
there was one game. Oh, she did some of the she was Iman or Emma, I don't know how you say the name. She was in some of the Batman games.
Which Batman games?
I don't know. There was like.
Is it the Arkham series?
Maybe.
Well, I can see Shadow of War.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, she's Shadow of War. She was in the Guardians of the
Shadow of the
Galaxy,
Colossus,
something.
whatever.
No, Shadow of Mordor.
Mordor.
Did I say Shadow of War? I meant
I
Shadow
said
of War.
Shadow of War, and you went along with it.
Yes, I did.
It's okay. It's okay, everybody. We'll get it right.
Oh, is this the Telltale one? I think this might be the. Okay, no. She's in the Batman Telltale version.
What does she play? She Catwoman?
No. That's Laura Bailey.
Oh, okay.
No, she plays someone whose name is Iman Avesta, but I don't know what the rest of the name is.
I don't know. Might be the second season. Haven't got through it yet.
Yeah, it's like the enemy within. I have no idea.
Good. I need to finish that. That's one game that I need to finish. Another thing that's going to be finished off here soon is net neutrality. Net neutrality is to be repealed on April 23rd. The Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, has published its orders repealing net neutrality, and in doing so revealed the date of its official end, April 23rd. Net neutrality regulations keep the internet service providers from possibly introducing different pay tiers, throttling services, and introducing other anti-consumer practices. States are currently suing the FCC on the issue, and legislative fight is on the horizon to prevent the repeal. So April 23rd isn't a definitive, as it sounds, but the wheels are certainly in motion.
I'd also like to say, like, whenever you started reading that, I went like this. I want it to be known that that was sarcastic. Like, yeah, this is getting repealed. Cool, awesome, great, love it.
I thought it was like it's going to be huge.
Oh, no, it was like a cool.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's not great.
So cool. So cool.
I love how, like, literally everyone was like, what are you doing? So it's like, yeah, like everybody's suing them. Like, I can't believe you did
Everybody's suing them because they didn't listen.
No.
You know, and they went ahead, and even the head of the FCC or whatever right now is under investigation for possibly taking money from an ISP.
That's not surprising.
So there you go.
I love it was like, if I remember this correctly, it was like all the women on the board or whatever were like, no, don't do this. But it was all the guys were like,
oh yeah,
let's do this, and everyone was like, thank you, ladies.
Yeah, it was all the ladies that were honest and like actually made sense.
Yes, women. Yes.
They weren't taking the cut.
Yeah.
EA is hosting EA Play ahead of E3 once again. For the past few years, EA has staked their own claim on gamer attention away from Electronics Entertainment Expo, E3. With EA Play just before E3, EA is at it again in 2018 and has a lot to prove this year. The mega publisher is hosting EA Play, their show separate from the rest of the industry, centralized location on June 9th through the 11th. While EA has not said exactly when their usual conference-style show will be, the hours for Saturday start at 2 o'clock p.m., which implies the conference should be just ahead of that. Like previous years, EA Play is open to the public in the form of tickets, with demo stations and entertainment for anyone going. This year, EA says that BioWare's anticipated shooter, Anthem, will be playable to the public, as well as of yet unnamed Battlefield title scheduled for this year.
No one cares about that. No one cares about that.
Tickets of the show will be available in the spring, so if you're in LA area, you can check that out right before E3.
I was like so disinterested, and you're like, the new BioWare thing, and I was like, wait, what? And you're like, Anthem, and I was like, oh, that's right.
I'm sure it will be a vertical slice at most, since it's coming out in 2019.
Oh yeah, it'll be like alpha.
Yeah, or they're gonna polish like one section.
They'll polish up one demo.
Yeah, and that'll be it.
They'll polish up one demo. It's like, hey guys, it's still, but this is kind of what you get to expect. So
yeah.
Probably like whatever little bit we saw in the trailer will be what they have you play.
You know, like every time like you try to do an action, someone from EA is gonna stop you and be like, "Hey,
what are you doing?
Give us $10 to do that."
What was I
It's
saw this,
my little jab at microtransactions.
It was like a while ago, like in the last month or so. It was an Overwatch meme, I guess, and it was a picture of Jeff Kaplan. He was like, just start calling us EA because we're taking, I can't remember how exactly what it was, but it was like, we're, like the way it's spelled out, but it was like, we're taking all your money, but it's spelled out EA, and I don't remember what it was, but it was really funny. But, because, yeah.
Speaking of, like, Overwatch, Paladins has introduced their own, like, card-based loot system or whatever.
Oh, man.
And it is so interesting how different groups of gamers, like communities and everything, react. And instead of, like, you know, how it blew up in EA's faces and everything, like, everybody was extremely vocal. The Paladins people are very vocal, but they're doing it in such a way that it's hilarious because they are just crap posting the mess out of the Reddit page.
Oh my gosh,
but
amazing.
it is horribly drawn versions of the characters from Paladins, like MS Paint and everything. It is hilarious.
Oh my god, I will have to look that up. That
It
sounds
is
hilarious.
hilarious.
I love it.
So if
so
you want
good.
some interesting Paladins art, even if you're not a Paladins player, it's funny to see that happening. And it's always, you need to listen to the people that pay the bills.
Yeah.
Always listen to them, just like we listen to the people over at patreon.com/nerdcave.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the thing.
Discord is partnering with esports teams for official channels. Discord has announced today that they are pairing with major esports teams like the San Francisco Shock and Team Liquid for official channels within chat program. The chat program, popular with gamers, has been making moves in the last year toward verified channels for games, developers, bands, and all sorts of official communities. This initiative is in line with that, allowing esports teams to talk directly with the community and allows fans to speak with their favorite teams. According to Discord, almost every team in Overwatch League is taking part, as many popular teams and other games and genres. This is the full Discord provided, and they list a bunch of people. Jazz Gaming. I like that. Jazz. I got jazz hands. If you've ever dreamed of giving feedback to your favorite team, this might be your best chance. Now, I'm not a esports guy. Are you? Do you like the esports?
I don't. I wanted to keep up with it more during this first I guess season of the Overwatch League, which, by the way, London Uprising won. So good for them.
We talked about the first female.
Yes.
She signed with Seoul.
Signed with Seoul. Okay, I had a feeling that's who she signed with.
Which they're the worst ones, I think. She signed with whoever didn't win anything. I think it was
Well,
Seoul.
then that wasn't Seoul, because Seoul was like #1 for a good while.
Oh. I thought she signed one. She signed with somebody that's really bad.
Was it Florida Mayhem? I bet it was Florida Mayhem.
I don't know. I have no idea.
It was probably Florida Mayhem.
I thought it was Seoul. I don't know. That she signed with somebody.
Okay, but what was I gonna say? What was I talking about?
Esports.
Esports, right. Yeah, I meant to keep up with it more. Like, it was fun to see, like, watch some of the clips. And I think that had I been more consistent about it, I would be more into it, but just, you know, it was kind of what I was like, I would start seeing, and then I was like, oh, I want to go play this for myself, and so I'd stop watching and start playing instead.
Yeah.
I think that the fact that esports is becoming a more prevalent thing, is being taken more seriously, is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that I wish I was more into. I just don't have the time, or I get distracted.
I think it's more of, this is a moneymaker, than people really taking it seriously out of gaming. You know,
I completely agree with that.
Me, like, I don't want to watch it. Like, it's not my thing. You know, I think the shoutcasters are funny. I would love to do that
seeing
job.
All the, I love seeing the posters. Like, for the Overwatch League, there was one poster where some, like, you know, Torbjorn, he's the turret, the little dwarf turret guy.
Yeah.
Someone had a poster, and it was like, let Torbjorn wall climb, and everyone was like, let him do it, and they were drawing a bunch of shit comics, and then eventually the official Overwatch, they probably did on their other accounts as well, but I saw it on Instagram. They actually went into like their coding and like made like you could tell like it was like Genji's thing because you could see Genji's sword, but it was still Torbjorn, but he was running like Genji and he like wall climbed, and it was the funniest thing. So like the fact that like that came from someone just holding up a poster there, I thought it was really fun.
That's funny. Like I'm glad that there's communities getting behind it and everything. Like the fighting community, like fighting games have been huge for quite some time.
Yeah.
But you know, we've got StarCraft and everything coming up. We've got League of Legends, Dota, that's huge, and now we have Overwatch and everything. So you know, there's stuff that are. It's definitely a huge following. So. I you know, it's all good.
It's definitely one of those, like, it's definitely a money grab, especially for, like, other, like, it's people who are doing, like, sponsorships and all that stuff. I will say that Blizzard has done a really good job at, like, monitoring everything, like, especially, like, they've been, especially with Overwatch, they've been, once they added their, like, reporting system, they've been really, really good about, like, at least trying to stay on top of things.
Yeah.
Because like people, like if you report someone and then like that actually something actually happens to it, like they will send you a notification. Like they won't say what happens. We're like, you know, thank you for doing this, trying to keep, you know, the Overwatch community a safe place, a fun place to play. Yeah. We want you to know that actions have been taken. They don't specifically say what or against who, but yeah. And then like whenever some guy from what team was that? I think it was Dallas Fuel. He said some like really homophobic comment about another person in the league. It wasn't on his team, but it was someone else on a league. Like they were streaming and I guess they were playing at some point, and he said something incredibly homophobic, and then he got banned for I think it was like 2 weeks or something like that.
Wow.
And a fine. I think it was like a $2,000 fine. That could be totally wrong. I know that he was banned for a certain point of time from the league, and he got a fine, but I don't remember the specifics.
Yeah. Well, and Tuesday's episode, I was talking about PUBG and how they've had to literally stop development to focus on
like reporting,
like getting rid of the cheaters in their game and everything. So
it's a big deal.
It's a big deal, and especially when you have the most concurrent players. Like it's hard. They banned. I want to say over 1 million players just in January.
Wow.
Just in January.
That's insane.
So, you know, don't cheat.
Yeah, don't cheat.
This is, you know what I mean. Just don't cheat.
Just don't cheat.
You know who isn't cheating?
Who isn't cheating?
Sony. Sony's just doing everything right.
Well,
almost all the time.
They're Sony games, not the Sony movies. I'm still mad about Slender Man because they're behind that.
Yeah. They did a pretty good job of Spider-Man, though.
That's true. But the Slender Man movie looks like terrible. It looks just really bad.
Sony has launched My PlayStation, a browser-based version of the PSN. Sony has launched a browser-based version of the PSN, and it's live right now.
Oh, my.
The news was announced on the Japanese PlayStation blog and picked up by users at Reset Era. The site is live now and isn't restricted to accounts just in Japan. You can access it through your browser, smartphone, tablet, and can search for friends, send friend requests and messages just like the app. As well as editing your profile, you can also peruse your trophies and notifications. Additionally, the management of players' Sony's Entertainment Network accounts through the PlayStation official site will also be integrated into My PlayStation. So that'll help you activating and deactivating your accounts, that sort of deal.
Okay, I was going to say, like, what, because, like, the way that they were describing it, I was like, this sounds exactly like the app. What's the difference?
I have no idea. I don't know why they wasted resources on this.
It is probably just for convenience sake, I guess.
The apps are slow.
They are very slow.
Like
really when you're
slow.
like in like the main area stuff, it's like it's fine. But once you have to like go to like a different page, it's like no, hold up. You sure? It's like yes, I'm sure. And they're like,
especially like going into the store, it's like
yes.
you need to sign in.
Yeah, you have to sign in. You have to re-sign in. You have to sign in like a third time.
You have to take some blood and like send it off to verify that it's you.
You have to swear an oath that you'll give them your first unborn child. I mean, they'll be born by the time you get it, but it's unborn as of right now.
You just give them the unborn child.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, actually, you have to do that first, and then you have to give them the live child. Sony asks a lot, but they give us good products, so, you know.
Yeah, they do.
I've given away 5 kids at this point.
Wow. That's impressive. Don't even look like it. Are they your children, or are they like...
I'm not at liberty to discuss this.
Okay, all right. I'm just curious.
It's classified information.
Classified.
It's classified.
Well, you know what's not classified at
We're
this
not
point?
classified.
The Luigi update.
I love
is coming.
Luigi.
New costumes now available for Super Mario Odyssey. The free update, which adds new content to Super Mario Odyssey, is available now. Super Mario Odyssey adds Luigi's Balloon World. The new minigame available after finishing the main story is now available. And they got some nice little, kind of reminds
like
me of
his star.
Sunshine.
Yeah, I was gonna say it reminds me of Sunshine. I like the star shirt. I want that like in real life.
I'm excited. I want to play some more Mario. Mario and Andretti.
Yeah, today was the first time I actually like played a video game in
Days.
yeah, like in a good while.
Yeah. We'll get into what I've been playing. We'll talk about what you've been playing too. But first, we got to talk about our sponsor.
Okay.
Grammarly.com. Pretty awesome. It's our sponsor. We only talk about things that we actually use. Grammarly, I'll read you a few talking points here. It's built by a linguist. That's a fancy word for people that use words.
It's people who study words, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Language lovers. Grammarly's writing app finds and corrects hundreds of complex writing errors, so you don't have to. I love it. Like, I use it every day. Like, it's not even a joke. I use it every day. I've got it on my phone. I've got it on my computer. Anything important that I need to write, anything that's not important I need to write, goes through Grammarly first because I want to sound smart.
Gosh, I'm smart.
You know, I want to use the right form of words. I want to use commas. I want to sound so educated because most people these days don't even take the time to put commas in things.
And if they do, they're not correct.
Yes, they're like just throwing commas in there, like a shuriken. Like Genji is like just thrown into stars.
Yeah, like you get like whenever he like it's like people like shooting at him and he can like use the deflect, just like all the bullets are flying back off.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So this thing, it's free. You don't have to pay any money.
I do like free.
So you can sound smarter for free.
I mean, that's like the best deal in the world.
It is the best deal in the world because who wouldn't want to sound smarter for free? Like
I don't know. Especially like if you're, I mean, really, like I was going to say, especially if you're in school, but then it's like, well, also, especially if you're work. Basically, if you're just like a human being, you need it.
Man, I couldn't imagine how much I would have used this if I was in college. Like if this was around when I was in college, I would have sounded so much smarter. I wouldn't have had to send my papers off to somebody to read.
And then they have to send it back, and then it takes like a month to do. And
No, it was like the night of.
I'm over dramatizing for
Oh, yeah. It wouldn't get back until it was past due, and I almost
and then
failed.
it's like, but you know, with Grammarly, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, it's instant.
It's instant.
It's instant. So, for the listeners of Nerd Cave Plus, Grammarly is offering a free download of the Grammarly software. We just talked about the features. To download Grammarly today, go to getgrammarly.com/nerdcave. Again, that's GETGRAMMARLY.com/nerdcave to download Grammarly for free. Use it. Sound smart.
Do it.
You're much better off. Much better off. So what you been playing? You said that you've been playing something.
I was just testing out the Blizzard app and played like a couple matches of Overwatch. And then I was like, okay, I just because I have a new computer set up now.
Computer.
Yeah, I got actually have like a desktop now.
Yeah.
Which I'm really excited because I'll be able to run like game. Because like I had a PC laptop. And I would run Overwatch on it, but that laptop did not like to run Overwatch.
Yeah.
In any sense of the word, and so like the graphics were like absolute low, and it would just be like it would drop frames and freeze and lag all the time. But this time I was like, the graphics, they looked so much nicer, and I was like afterwards, like I was like almost in tears. I was like, I got through a match and I didn't drop a frame once.
Like, are you running like on ultra or are you running like high or something?
It's probably just on high. Like it still looks it looks a little pixely, but like compared to what it I'm used to. I'm like, this looks beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did that. But I'm really excited to start playing WoW again. Especially because there's gonna be a new expansion coming out that I don't remember what it's called, but they're also adding like a bunch of new races and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're actually live right now, and they start at level 20 instead of because like they have like some different races start at like different levels and stuff. So the new ones start at level 20 apparently, which is unfortunate because the first 20 levels of any character are free to play, and for that, then you have to have the subscription.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, I gotta get a subscription to play these guys. But I'm really excited, and I'm looking forward to having like a computer that'll run games.
And that can edit and process
yeah, that can edit.
everything.
Yes, that's yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if you don't know, everybody, before I get into what I've been playing, Nerd Caves and Dragons Episode 1 is out.
Yep.
It's available.
And for all the Patreon people, I'm sorry about Episode 2. We've been experiencing some incredible technical difficulties with it. I'm trying my best.
Yeah, Allie's got it edited, but it's being weird on the processing side.
Yeah, it's being weird.
Of
It
things.
keeps freezing, and I don't want to upload a video that you won't be able to finish.
Yeah. A lot of people have been bragging on it. Like, they're
Really?
really enjoying it.
I haven't had any time to look at anything about what people think about it, so I'm like
Yeah.
in the dark. I'm like, I hope they like it.
Well, like, people are, like, contacting, like, me personally and everything, and they're like, I'm really enjoying Nerd Caves and
Yay!
Dragons. So,
Oh,
like,
that's so great! I'm so happy.
Yeah,
that's
it's
really
good.
good to hear. Is that now I feel really really bad about the episode. I have a couple more tricks up my sleeve to try to fix it. If that doesn't work, I'll just
re-edit everything.
Honestly, that's what I'm gonna probably do. I'll just have to re-edit it,
Yeah.
and that'll be fine.
It's never fun.
Nope.
But we're going to try the tricks first.
Yeah, I think it'll work.
But a lot of people are enjoying it.
I'm
so,
really, really glad to hear that.
yeah, like, a lot of people are really liking it, and they like the dynamic of all of us together because
It's not a thing that happens very often.
it's not a thing that happens very often, but between you and Amy, you know, like, you even out me and Robbie, but like, you also like elevate the show to another level.
Yeah,
and
it's just I bring a whole bunch of different personalities in.
yeah, it's really good, and me and Amy were actually watching what part of the second episode that actually played.
Oh yeah.
And everything, and like it's really fun. Like, watching it back, like there's an interesting dynamic that develops.
It's really funny to. I don't mean to keep going like to you talking about
No,
this.
it's so good.
But I'll like when I go back and edit, like there's like jokes that like I forgot about. I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot that this happened. Like the when you say like the not sponsored by this thing, I was like, I have to make something for this.
Yeah, not sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
I should have done one for that, but I didn't.
Yeah, the whole first episode.
It's like all of
has-
you, because I mean, like before we started, you were like have all the chickens facing the camera, and we were like, okay.
What's funny is, like, I'm not even going to edit this so it's viewable. But someone took a screenshot of the first episode of Nerd Caves and Dragons.
Oh, really?
And
I've been very busy. I'm so out of content.
so good.
I'm so out of like everything.
They took a screenshot and they shared it. If I can
Oh my
find it.
gosh, that's so. Oh, I'm so happy. I was really nervous if people were gonna like it or not.
No, people
and
are
also,
really-
I'm really glad you guys like it.
Really enjoying it. Man, if I can find it.
Are we playing again this weekend? No, wait.
No, this
I was gonna
weekend
say I was gonna
is
like wait. No, I have
incredibly-
things to do.
Incredibly busy. Plus
Yeah.
Pensacons this
Yes,
weekend and
yeah.
everything.
And the day that we do record it is the day I'm going. So
Yeah, I'm not going. I don't think.
that'll be good because we still have another episode to.
Yeah, and then the weekend after that, we can. But yeah, this is because we were all like eating Chick-fil-A.
Well, that Chick-fil-A is on point.
So back
That's
to
really
video
fun.
games.
Yeah, back to video games.
I am
What you playing?
ever closer to finishing Assassin's Creed.
Yes, I love that game. It's so good.
Now, if you haven't played Assassin's Creed Origins,
Hashtag spoilers.
okay, we had a roundtable discussion.
We
about
did.
it. I almost want to have another one
I'm totally fine with that.
because
You have new thoughts.
new thoughts and everything. New, not nude.
New brand new, fresh thoughts.
Fresh take.
Fresh take, yes.
So got Cleopatra on her throne.
Yep.
I was like, okay.
And then history sets in.
History sets in.
And she's like, "Yo, Julius Caesar, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, hear my number. Give me a call sometime."
Yeah. And I thought it was awesome getting to fight with Julius Caesar.
No,
and
it was
everything.
really cool. Yeah.
I loved the chariot ride and like the elephant and all of it. Loved that. Like that was cool.
Yeah, like when it first happened, because like I was wearing headphones because I can. It's like because my mom was watching it, and so she had like TV volume on, but I was wearing headphones so I could like hear directional stuff better. And all of a sudden I hear, and I'm like, what the heck? Oh my god!
Like I didn't like. Bayek was like, "Oh, don't worry about it," or whatever. Like just keep driving. And I was like, "Oh, sorry." I was like, "What is he talking about?" And then it's like,
you're like, "Ah!"
And I was like, "Okay, that's really cool." Adding that element, like a war elephant into the game, and then you fight, the guy with the war elephant and everything.
I can't remember which one it is.
And that was an interesting fight. It wasn't that difficult.
No,
like,
I really
thought,
actually like out of all the fights, it's probably one of the easiest.
yeah, it was very easy. And then Septimius, I was like, okay, we're gonna get our just desserts here. But they had mentioned the lion earlier on, and I was like, okay, there's 3 of them. We killed one of them, so there's now 2.
Yeah.
And then you're about to kill him. And then
that cutscene happens.
The cutscene happens and everything. And I'm like, okay. And then Cleopatra just turns her back on me.
Cleopatra absolutely ghosts you. She's like, whatever.
Yeah. I can't wait to kill her. I hope that's a thing. I really do. I don't want you to tell me, but I really hope
I'm not going to say anything.
that I can hunt her down.
I'm not going to say anything.
And Julius Caesar and Flavius and Septimius and
I'm not going to say anything.
all of them, because I want them to taste cold steel.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Like I was just like, you got to be kidding me! This whole game.
Yeah, which like I think is like it's like they did a really good job with portraying it with Bayek and Aya. Now it's like especially Aya, because like she was so devoted to helping Cleopatra.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden like she turns and Aya's just like, excuse me, like I dedicated myself to helping you. It's like what?
Yeah.
So and Aya's such a great character. I love her.
Oh yeah.
But like the Septimius fight, the first time I did it, like the game glitched and I did kill him. Like his health was down. But like it didn't trigger the cutscene. And then eventually I died and I was like, okay, try it again. And then eventually got down to whatever portion of health he's supposed to be at. And then it triggered the cutscene and I was like,
where was this the first time?
Yeah, so
yeah, like the fight was interesting. Like I did it in the live stream. No, I didn't do it in the live stream. I did it yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I did it. I think I don't remember. Anyway, I don't know. I played whatever, and I was like, okay, this is an interesting fight because he's got like the spinny thing
he
and
has
all of that.
The chain, and then he's got I think he has like a spear or something. Right?
Yeah, something I can't remember. But
excuse me.
Did you do like the Final Fantasy like mission that's in the game?
Is a Final Fantasy mission in the game?
Yeah, there's a place where like a meteorite hits the ground and you have to like open up this tomb or whatever, and it releases like a Final Fantasy character and then he like goes up into the sky. It makes no sense at all.
No, I haven't, but I really want to find this
But
now.
it gives you an awesome sword and an awesome shield. Like it is.
Do you know what Final Fantasy character it is?
I have no idea.
Okay,
I have no idea.
It's
It's not one of like that I know. I know like the most basic of basic.
I'm curious as to how that crossover happened.
I'm not sure either because it's Square Enix and Ubisoft.
Sure, yeah.
So it doesn't really make any sense because what is the like bird thing that they will ride in Final Fantasy?
I don't remember.
It's like something with a C.
I can't remember.
G-Bub. What? I don't know. I have
I'll
no
look
idea.
it up.
You also get that as a mount.
You get that as a mount?
Yeah.
That's so cool. I want to get the unicorn mount, but you have to get like Helix credits for it, and that's microtransactions, and I'm too cheap for that.
Yeah.
I say as all
But-
Overwatch stuff.
Yeah, you buy Overwatch stuff, but like the mount is really cool because it's like a camel, but the it has like the beak and everything, and then like the tail, but it's like made after a camel, so they didn't go like completely. But it's really really cool. But the sword is awesome. Like it is.
Oh, that looks so cool. It's like, oh my gosh, that looks awesome.
I know.
I want to get this so bad. It reminds me of there's a mount in Warcraft, World of Warcraft, whichever one you call it, that you get whenever it's in WoW. That you can kind of you can get it whenever, but like you mainly get it like for like a it's like around like the Blood Elf starting area, like eventually that's the first mount you'll get. And they're these kind of like it's very similar design to that, except it only has like 2 legs, but like they're very colorful, like that like plumage thing. But we call them Terra chickens. I don't remember what they're actually called. I think they're just called like long striders or something like that. But it reminds just like the design of like all the feathers and like the tail and everything really reminds me of that. So I'm like, it's a Terra chicken.
But yeah, like once I got that sword and that shield, been like, because like when you unsheath it, like when you have it sheathed, you can see like the sword and everything. But like
Is
when
it
you,
this?
yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like it, like
it's like shrouded in light. That's
well,
awesome.
like when you unsheath it, like
that's
it,
when
like,
all the light comes out.
Yeah, like it like forms and everything.
That's
it's
so
super
cool looking.
cool.
I have to.
It's really effective
I gotta
too.
do that. That's so cool.
Yeah, and the shield's really strong as well. They're both legendary weapons.
Yeah,
so.
I want to do some research to find out how this like little Easter egg happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have no idea what it means. Like it was just, I was just going along.
It could have just been that the coders, the people, the developers were like, let's put some Final Fantasy stuff in there, and if people get upset about it, we'll just be like, it's not Final Fantasy, and like, but it is. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, and like I was just riding along, and a meteorite just.
That's so cool.
And it was
yeah,
like,
I need to
go investigate it, and then you had to do like a puzzle and everything. It was pretty interesting. So
yeah, I need to play it. I haven't been able to play Assassin's Creed in a little bit. So
yeah, so and like I'm level 32, 33, something like that. Like I'm in the more Roman part of Egypt now, above Siwa.
I can't remember what level I am. I think I'm closer to 40, if I'm not 40.
Yeah,
and I don't think I'm 40 yet. I think I'm like 39 or something.
You did the like Trial of the Gods stuff and all of that.
I didn't get to play all of it just because life happens. I beat Anubis, and I believe I beat Sekhmet, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm pretty sure I beat Sekhmet.
And now the educational part is out.
Yeah, I really want to check that out.
I haven't had a chance to test it. Something I did want to look into.
I want to check that out.
But like they are continually putting stuff out, and they even said that I think we talked about this last week about them not developing a new one, but continually putting new stuff out.
I do not
on
remember
this for a while, and they're doing a Rainbow Six Siege as well. I talked about this Tuesday. They have a 10-year plan for Rainbow Six Siege, and they're not going to like put out a new game. They're just going to put out more content continually.
Yeah. I like the idea that they will keep expanding upon Assassin's Creed. I don't want them to keep doing it for too long though, since ultimately, well,
we know the story.
But since there is a story to it, I would be okay if they waited because like this past time they'd waited 2 years. I'd be okay if they did like 2 or 3 years.
I think they had this one in development for 3 to 4 years. It was,
but like in between games, it was like 2 years.
Yeah. And
so I'd be okay if they did another like 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, keep a small team on like development of like things. Like put out some DLC, which more DLC has come out and everything.
Yeah, which I need to check out. There's so much stuff I need to check out.
I have I don't have the season pass, so I won't play it. But
I think mine came because I got like the. I accidentally got the gold edition.
I accidentally got the gold.
No, I picked it up. Like I just saw Assassin's Creed Origins and I was like, okay, cool. And then I walked to the cashier and like as I was like walking up, I was like, gold edition. I was like, this is probably more expensive. And I was like, I'm already here, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna finish that one, and then There's so many other things that I want to play.
I really want to play Monster Hunter, which I still need to get you. I've been meaning to do it like literally every day this week.
I'm fine with whenever you give it to
And it's
me.
for the Switch. You wanted it for the Switch, right?
It's not available for the Switch.
What game am I thinking of that's available for the Switch?
You're thinking of L.A. Noire, probably.
Or I thought there was some new game that came out that was on the Switch. All right, cool. PlayStation it is.
Cool. We'll be playing some Monster
That
Hunter.
is just this thing's like I want to get it. I need to get it for you. Also want to get it for myself.
Hey, you get it, we'll play.
I mean I want to.
Get it and we'll play.
I've been confusing a lot of stuff. I'm very tired.
It's okay. You can get some rest after this. So,
I still got work to do.
got work to do.
Got
Doing that
theory
work.
homework.
Oh, that's always fun. So, everybody, there is episode whatever. This will be 9. This is the 9th episode.
Is it really?
Yes, February
Are you sure
22nd.
Are you sure it's not an even number?
It should be 10, but last Thursday I didn't do an episode.
That's right.
Because of all the family stuff.
Yeah,
that
stuff was
going on.
happening. Stuff was happening.
So, it's episode 9.
Okay.
There you go, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Again, if you want to check out all the awesome stuff that we're doing, make sure you check out our Facebook page, our YouTube channels, all that stuff. If you want to support us, you can go over to getgrammarly.com/nerdcave. Check it out there. Make yourself sound smarter. Or you can go over to patreon.com/nerdcave and toss us some money directly towards us. You don't even have to go get Grammarly.
Yep.
You can sound whatever you want.
Yeah.
Go over to
Do
Patreon.
whatever you want.
Wherever you want, boy.
Whatever you want.
We're going down a rabbit hole. We're really tired. All right, everybody. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next Tuesday with more video game news, and the rotating chair will be rotating. Maybe I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It might rotate to someone.
It might just rotate back to me. Who knows?
It might rotate back to her. We don't
Are
know.
you doing anything next Tuesday? No, our concert's on Monday. Never mind. We're good.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. If you want to ask a question, you go over to nerdcavenetwork.com/NCP. Ask a question. Give us corrections if we made something up. We fabricated information.
It's very possible that 90% of the stuff I said tonight was not true.
Or you can suggest a new segment for the show if you want to, have
Do
something.
it.
Yeah,
Please.
do it. We are always wanting to do new things. And you can check us over on podcast services around the globe. I'm being serious. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, even obscure things that I don't know will have us on there. Okay, I'm not even lying. I have BlackBerry.
Is BlackBerry still a thing?
Yeah, BlackBerry's still a thing.
It's still a thing?
I don't know. It's just like people that have MP3 players.
I remember it was right
understand.
before we were about to get our first iPhone. We had the choice of getting a BlackBerry or an iPhone. My mom was like, let's get a BlackBerry. And I was like, how about we love ourselves and get iPhones? And I was right in that decision. So thank you.
So there you go, guys. You were right in your decision of listening / watching Nerdcade Plus for February 22nd. This has been Zach.
And Allie.
Have a blessed week.